Within that period of interacting with the DCI, because we chose to remain silent on that particular issue, we decided to chit-chat on other things. And I remember asking the DCI officers, why do they torment Kenyans by following them using unmarked Subarus, abducting them using unmarked Subarus? And the officers were quick to answer that Subarus are used by anybody. DCI use Subaru, there are other Subaru boys, anybody can use Subarus. And they also said they do not abduct, they arrest. So I kept thinking of how I can now assist the whole scenario to make sure that everybody gets to understand when they are accosted or when they are intercepted or when they are stopped by the DCI. We need to do restructuring of how the DCI works, revamping of how they work, and this is by branding them. We need to brand DCI Subarus. We need to brand their vehicles. Just like anywhere else, even globally. We have FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. They have their branded vehicles. They have the name tags. They have body cams. Why don't we have the DCI of Kenya branded? So that their Subarus are branded, so that their officers are branded. And yesterday, you saw the Inspector General, the IG himself, commenting on the issue where a journalist was attacked or harassed by a DCI officer. He said, yes, we have overzealous officers, or officers who are overzealous. We have overzealous officers. You know, officers who are probably rogue. So he understands he has rogue officers. And to help him, we need to rebrand them, or we need to brand them, so that when you are stopped by any DCI vehicle, you know it's a DCI. Once we rebrand them, or once they are rebranded, or once they are branded, we will increase public trust. We will bring about public recognition. We will even bring about accountability, transparency. We will even deter crime, because when you see a vehicle that is branded from DCI, people respect that. People, when stopped by the DCI branded vehicles, they'll be able to stop. Otherwise, if you're stopped by any Subaru, they could be imposters, they could be thugs, you know, and we need to differentiate a professional DCI officer and a thug, because how else would you know this Subaru, the men who are in there, how else would you know? Is it DCI? Is it Kimani Ichung'wah? Is it Sudi? You know, how else would you know? You have to brand them so that Kenyans are peace-loving and law-abiding citizens. When stopped by police, they stop. The traffic police officers, they are branded. They have name tags or number tags. And when they stop any vehicle, every vehicle stops because they are branded. So we also have to do the same with the DCI. And this way, we will forever deal with this issue of harassment, this issue of abductions, this issue of rogue officers who are taking the Subarus to go commit crimes. So that whenever you are stopped by any Subaru or any vehicle that is unmarked, that is not branded, of course, immediately you realize they are thugs. And when you do that, you have to do everything possible to remain safe, either by fleeing, either by ramping into that vehicle and throwing it to the ditch so that you can run away. But you see, if you see it is a DCI branded vehicle, you cannot do that. So I think this is an amendment I'm going to bring at the Senate, and I'm going to lobby the senators, even members of parliament, to make sure that we amend the National Police Service Act, we amend the Traffic Act, and we amend the Public Order Act to make sure that the DCI vehicles are branded and they will be having their DCI logo, the contacts, and of course, the officers will also have name tags and body cams.